edition of Story Time with Sunny. Great, Sunny, I can hardly wait. What story are we going to read today? Today we're going to read The Wide-Mouthed Frog.
Written by Keith Faulkner, and the pictures were drawn by Jonathan Lambert.
Thanks, Reagan. Let's get started. The Wide-Mouthed Frog.
I'm a wide-mouthed frog, and I eat flies,
said the wide-mouthed frog, shooting out his long, sticky tongue. As he hopped along, he met a blue-feathered bird.
I'm a wide-mouthed frog, and I eat flies,
said the wide-mouthed frog.
What do you eat, bird?
I eat wriggly worms and slugs, replied the bird, snapping his pointy beak. Next, the wide-mouthed frog met a furry brown mouse.
I'm a wide-mouthed frog, and I eat flies,
said the wide-mouthed frog.
What do you eat, mouse?
I eat crunchy seeds and juicy berries, replied the mouse, wiggling her whiskers. The wide-mouthed frog was still catching flies when he saw a big green alligator.
I'm a wide-mouthed frog, and I eat flies,
said the wide-mouthed frog.
What do you eat, alligator?
I eat delicious wide-mouthed frogs, replied the alligator, showing his sharp white teeth. The wide-mouthed frog stopped catching flies and gulped.
Gulp.
Then he puckered up his lips and made his mouth as small as possible. Oh, you don't see many of them around here, do you? He said, and he leaped into the pond with a splash. The wide-mouthed frog. Great story, Miss Laurie. Yeah, Sunny, and today we've got something really exciting for our friends. What's that? Well, we brought in self-proclaimed frog expert and amphibian enthusiast Ribbit Froggenheimer. Wow! He's going to share some fun facts about frogs.
Hello, Ribbit Froggenheimer here with some fun frog facts. Did you know frogs have really good eyesight? They bulge out of the sides of their heads so they can see nearly in all directions. Frogs have powerful back legs and webbed feet that help them jump great distances and also swim. Certain frogs can jump up to 20 times their own body length in a single leap. Croak. Oh, I forgot. I brought along a friend. It's my friend, Croak. Say hi, Croak. Croak. Back to the facts. Frogs are carnivores. Sounds funny, doesn't it? But they eat bugs and other meats. Frogs' tongues are attached to the front of their mouth rather than the back like humans. Their long tongues are whipped out when they see an insect. It grabs the insect and the tongue comes flying back into the frog's mouth, throwing that juicy morsel to the back of his throat. Frogs don't drink water. They absorb it through their skin. And finally, did you know that only the male frog croaks? And not all frogs croak. They make lots of different sounds. For instance, some frogs chirp. Listen. Some frogs whistle. And some frogs even grunt. But I'm sure the one you're all most familiar with is that good old-fashioned ribbit. Now we're going to play a game called Frogs versus Toads. Now, friends, frogs and toads are both amphibians. However, there are many differences between the two. I'm going to ask you a question. If you think it's something about a toad, I want you to yell, "Toad!" Likewise, if you think it's a frog, I want you to yell, "Frog!" Let's give it a try. First question. Which amphibian needs to live near the water? If you said frog, you're correct. Next question. Which amphibian has a wider body? Toad is the correct answer. A frog has a narrower body. Next question. Which amphibian has shorter, less powerful hind legs? If you said toad, you're correct. Next question. Which amphibian has smooth, moist skin that makes him look slimy? If you said frog, you are correct. And finally, which amphibian will run or take small hops rather than jump? If you said toad, you are correct. Now, friends, you know a lot of things about frogs versus toads. Croak, Croak. Oh, I think our friend Croak has a question. Yes, Croak.
Professor Froggenheimer, which amphibian causes warts?
Good question, Croak. The answer is neither one. It's just a myth. You can't get warts from a frog or a toad. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you all go out there and love a frog today. Thanks, Mr. Froggenheimer, for those excellent fun facts. One thing he didn't share though, Sonny, do you know what you call a group of toads?
I don't, Miss Laurie. What'd you call that?
You call that a knot.
That's funny. What do you call a group of frogs?
You call a group of frogs an army, like we're an army of God. So if you listen to Mr. Froggenheimer and you're out there loving your frogs, make sure you're out there loving your neighbors as well.
Will do, Miss Laurie. See you next time, friends.